Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Techopolis 3. Like I said last episode, I was going to do a couple things, and I idled for a little while. So yeah, copper is not an issue now, neither is basic stone either. And I also kind of made a couple more things. As you can see, this entire line of lava is almost full. It's about 3/4 of the way, 2/3, close enough, whichever. Um, I also increased the cloches to get the industrial hemp fiber to speed up getting the ersatz leather. As you can see, there's a piece there already. And I did make a couple more blueprints here. I got the compressed furnace, which you saw whenever I first started. I went all the way up to the double compressed. Now, if anyone's ever played iron furnaces and used the factory piece or mechanism and used the energized smelter, then you could see there's multiple slots and there's an auto split feature. That's what that is. So if I were to put, I'll take that out, that way we don't actually smelt it, automatically splits it up and does all of them at once. So that is very helpful, speeds things up quite a bit. And you can see I also replaced almost all the chests with drawers. So now we can store 2048 of everything in each of these drawers. Don't have any upgrades for them yet. But as you can see, the mini coal here is full, treated wood's full, even in this it's full. This is backing up. I've already emptied both of these once. Just by taking a bucket, because I can't make a trash can right now. Should be able to next episode, if not this episode though. And just taking a bucket and emptying them out. That takes forever. I'm not doing that again. Let's see, what else? Also, I went ahead and took a look at the quests that we're going to be working on, and that requires us to get some focuses, or foci, however you want to say it. So what I did was I went ahead and got, where is it? The Rockin' Richer blueprint, which I will still actually need, and I put it in here with the necessary materials to go ahead and get all of these. The only thing you missed, really, with this was me going and getting the stuff for dyeing the glass, because each one of these requires a different dyed glass. It'd be easier to show you like this, like light blue, blue, orange. The only thing you missed was me going and finding dyes. That's it. And I didn't even really have to find all the dyes. I went and bought them in the form of these flowers. And also stuff you find in the world as well. They're little tiny bone pals. That's how I got the white dye, because I don't have any monsters spawning. Also made a little sugarcane farm over there. Yep, right here's one of those bone piles. Take that, boop, boop, bone meal, white dye. So, yeah, we got that. Also made the purifying mulch, if you saw in there. Let's organize this a little bit. So, yeah, we are now going to actually start working on this stuff. I never actually grabbed the purifying salt mulch so that it wouldn't activate that quest. But we do need to make a Rockin' Richer, which I thought I had, but I guess not. So let me make that real quick if I have the stuff. I do not, so I need 6 technium nuggets. While I'm thinking about it, go ahead and grab that. Oops, there we go. Shouldn't be too much to make this. There's that, and then we'll come over here. Plop that in there, and that should give me a Rockin' Richer. Yes. Enriching stone, requires focused work. So I'm actually probably going to need several of these. Get purifying water. Ooh. I have a feeling I'm going to need this. But yeah, I do already have all these focuses here. Every single one of them. There's the Rock and Richer. And you know what? I'm going to get the stuff to make the 6 mulch, because I know I'm going to need that. There we go. Should just be putting... That's not what I meant to do. Thank you for actually dropping. Not that I need it. And that should, once it goes in there, give me 3 more I need for that purifying, or water purifier here. Which... Yeah, water to that. Ooh, hot water gives me 10. Interesting. That'll be much later down the line. Much, much later. Anyway. So, we have the Rock and Richer. And let's go ahead, because I have never used this before. Let's take a look. This will be kind of like my ore processing-ish area. Or not processing, but my resource gen area. So how does this work? Okay, you put the purifying water with the stone, and... Okay, so this is for the granite, andesite, and diorite. Okay. Am I going to have to make one of these each time that I want to... Okay. So that's what I'm probably going to have to do. So I need 2 more Rock and Richers, which means I need some more of that. Okay. Okay, before I get into all of this, let's see, 10 ore comes from andesite. Okay, I am just going to make it 1-to-1 for now. I will probably eventually do the same thing here. Is there any way for me to get more stone in a better way? Solidify, molten stone. Well, I could probably do that. I might see about doing that. But for now, we'll go ahead and grab all of those, except the copper one. Actually, no, I'll go ahead and grab the copper real quick. That way it procs the quest. There we go. Got that. Let's go ahead and put all these back in here for a second. I'm going to make that water purifier. Do I have any more clay anywhere? No, I'm just going to use this. Okay. Oop, that's not what I want. There we go. Should actually have some... Nope, don't have any dirt. How else can I get dirt other than leaves? Yeah. Yeah, we'll just hold off on that for now. I don't have any wood. Okay. I just don't have anything in my inventory right now. Alright, let's get this. Take a little nap so it's bright and you all can see. This, dun, dun, back there, dun, 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 dun. So I am going to need to make another bucket at some point. For now, I'll just take the dirt I have here and... Oh, well, yeah, 100% to get clay, so it won't be bad. I think for this, yeah, that should be plenty there. There's the mechanical, there's that, and that should be feeding into here and making purifying. It does look like I can put some, am I net neutral here? Or is it just, yeah, I'm net neutral, it looks like. Ooh, no. I don't know, am I? Regardless. We are getting purifying water. Do I need to get a bucket of that? No, it doesn't look like I do at the moment. But what I am going to do, take this, and that should just go straight in here. I'm going to go get the 3 focus, or foci. Let's see, the granite, andesite, and diorite was the other? Yeah. And we'll just make 1 of each. That, just for the quest purposes. And iron focus is granite. That is what I'm going to kind of focus on first, because aluminum and tin I don't think are going to be as useful at the moment. Maybe. I'm probably just talking out of my ass. I know I'm going to need all of them eventually, but... take that, put that there. And do-do. Alright, so that is all of those done. Just because I know it's going to be very, very boring for you all, I'll actually make this tower again and get some more water collectors between episodes, or cuts, whichever. I'll decide on that in a second. Let's see, this wants me to have iron, tin, and aluminum. So, iron for you. No, you are in a regular washer, aren't you? Or not washer, but, yeah, washer. So, yeah, need another washer. I am taking this. Plop those in there for now. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cut for a bit to make a little bit of infrastructure for this that I know is going to be quite boring, because you've already seen me build many of these, many of them, and then I'm probably going to work on getting some more stone being made with the cobblestone and a solidifier. So yeah, I will be right back. Okay, so I have kind of started with getting some stuff put together here. I am going to get some more ambient water collectors, specifically for the water purifiers here. So at the moment I don't have this going, but I do have it set up. How much does this hold? I think this holds 32 buckets, so plus whatever the mechanical pipes hold is how much I'm going to be able to hold for the purifying water. And I do have it set up to where as soon as I get the solidifier made, because I've already started kind of backlogging on, or not backlogging, but getting some lava here with 2 of these going. Probably going to make the solidifier, that way it will push the stone into here. Might do with a logistical sorter, that way it round robins a little easier, or a little better. Then eventually, it'll be a while, but it should backlog into here. And I do have the, what are they? Ambient water collectors pulling from down beneath and pushing into the washers here. And then the washers are going into the compactors, and as soon as, let me do it like this. And last one. Boop, boop. And now as soon as I get the stone set up, instead of making one of those, I'm going to do that solidifier thing that I showed you all earlier, or looked at earlier. Then I will start actually getting the others, but for now, raw iron. So that is several quests done now. And let me go ahead and take the iron here and smelt it up. Okay. Oh, I need a solidifier. Okay. Do I have an ingot mold? Yes, I do. Over to this one I go. Probably should have looked at that. I don't want gears. I want ingots. There we go. Come on, take your time. And we now have iron. So I'm going to hold off on the aluminum and tin for now, and let's go ahead and take a look at this. Okay, where do I need to start with kind of planning stuff out? Well, I'm going to make a metal press and a crusher eventually. Okay, water wheel, windmill, yep. So we'll be getting into power here, at least. That's going to be locked behind steel, so I'll need blast brick, which will not be too hard to get, because it's just getting the alloy blueprint and some black bricks, which requires the aluminum, so I will need that before I can really continue, at least with this whole segment here. That requires steel, and damn it. Okay. Tin, copper. Yeah, so I will need them. I'll probably just take some stone and throw them in there before I actually fully automate that. But this does want me to make a copper plate. So is that done? Yes, that is. Let's take this. Pretty sure I have a copper plate mold. Or a plate mold, rather. Did I make one? Please tell me I did. I did. Thank you. Let's get some copper. Go ahead and just make a stack's worth. And let's see, where's this one? Well, I am going to need the engineer's wire cutters, which requires steel, which means I do need to get aluminum. Yep, I'm going to just get a bunch of stone and throw it in the aluminum line. Which one's the aluminum? This one? Yes. And while that's going, we'll go ahead and get the quest for that. Now I can't do anything else until I get steel. What? Need to make some more ambient water collectors. Yeah, now that I know I definitely can't just kind of get part of this and then go from there, I do need to get the rest of that set up, so I will be right back once I've got that, alright? Alright, so still haven't done the stone in there, but I did go ahead and just manually put some stone in there. I did get the water purifiers here, got that set up, so that's all going to be eventually backlogging, as it already is. And I did get the aluminum, so I made the, not that one, this one, the alloys blueprint, and went ahead and got the only two things that you can make from it. Interesting. So, kind of figured there might be something else, so I'm going to take that and plop you right there. But went ahead and made the blast brick and kiln brick. The kiln is made using grout with the alloys blueprint, and the blast brick is just black bricks. Which reminds me, I have 10 in my inventory still. I want to get rid of those, save a little bit of space. And I can't, because I'm actually at 2048, so... Boop. I could have used the trash can, but meh. Alright, now where do I want to actually put those? Am I going to have to... Yes, it does look like I am going to need to automate, so I'll need a little bit of room. Don't think I'll be able to automate yet. Reinforced blast brick. So yeah, I will need to make at least 27 steel plates. Gotta hop to the top. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I'm probably going to want to make another coke oven specifically to get coke. That's going to be a whole automation later on. Yeah, that's going to take a bit of room. I guess... Because I know that's going to need a lot of room to do the automated coke. Where do I want to put this? I think I know this is going to be my resource area. Let me get this here. Building gadget. We'll change that to build to me. And it's already got cobblestone selected. How much cobblestone I've built up here? Oh yeah, almost a full thing. One more. And let's go ahead and finish what I started earlier here. And I think this is where I'll have that automated. So let's get this going. Doot, doot. Missed a couple here. Alright, that should be a pretty decent amount of space for now. I'll probably eventually just fill this entire area. And if I had an exchanging gadget, I'd make it look... No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't make it look pretty. I do have this little line jutting out because eventually, once I get this set up, I will have the stone. But for now, let's go ahead and put this away. Store that cobblestone, except for a stack. That way I have something to nerd pole with. And let's go ahead and put the blast furnace right here. And I don't have the hammer. Yeah, I'll go ahead and put the alloy kiln right here. And go get the hammer, because I do not have it in my inventory. I guess. Boom and boom. Alright, now what do I need to do here? Okay, you want me to make salt, steel, and bronze. So I do need to get some tin. Salt, steel, and bronze. And yep, I'm going to have to automate bronze. Okay, lots of things need automated. I'll probably forego automating bronze for now, just because the way I'm thinking of automating it will be much easier to do later on. Because I think... Please tell me this is in here. So, the solidifier. There is that. Can I make this now? I mean, I don't have power, but I think I might actually be able to do this. Is that what it wants me to do here? With the power and everything? Or just the... No. That would be way too simple early on if that... Huh. Alright, let's get some tin going. Because I am going to need it. Andesite turns to tin, right? Yes. So we'll get that going. I've already got copper right here. Is there faster ways to get these later on? Let's go with copper first. Not really, from the looks of it. That's... Did I... Oh, I clicked platinum. Okay. That would explain why that was so weird. Yeah, Really? That's the only way to get... So I am just going to have to bite the bullet and get a lot more of these going. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get bronze before I end this episode. Because I'm not going to get steel. Not yet, because I need to automate that whole thing, which I'll go ahead and get that set up between episodes. You've already seen me make the coke oven, solidifier, all that. I'll actually get the stone, like I said I was going to. But for now, let's go ahead, get the tin, make sure that's that. And I need some copper, because why would I be smart and get copper? I'll go ahead and just get 64 ingots. One more tin. And now we start the copper. So 5 tin, I need 15 copper. Let's go ahead and go back here and get the tech bucks. Yes, I know, I need to make the aluminum gears. I need to automate that. A lot of things that need automated. Lots and lots of things. Let's go ahead and just get one for now. Get some charcoal, that way I have something to actually use the alloy, or power the alloy kiln. There we go. I hope they did not change what was needed here. Okay, good. And there we go. Now we have bronze. Well, that will, for now, do it for this episode. like I said, I am actually going to get quite a few things set up between episodes that are, in my opinion, going to be kind of boring. Resetting a whole Coke oven and Coke production setup because this needs Coke to run. Um, Setting up the stone so that I actually have these processing. I do wish they were faster. There is no faster way, is there, to get this stuff? Really hate that. I wish it was more or less of just increase the amount as opposed to, hey, here's something that works faster. But yeah, I'll work on getting the stone going between episodes. I'll probably put a tank here, that way I can get more of a backlog of lava going. And I'll get the coke oven set up. I'll probably put it behind here. Yeah, I'll put it behind here. That way it's in line with this. And when I get the 27 steel, which I'll probably also do between episodes, and swap this over to a the steel blast furnace, the improved. There it is. Words escape me. But yeah, seem to have quite a few things to do between episodes, just to kind of speed things up a little bit for y'all. So I'll go ahead and get working on that. So go ahead, like, comment, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you later.